Hey guys, B8KD here. Today I'm in my Condor Interceptor 2. I just hit tech level 10 and this is an absolute solo beast. Of course you can fly this in fleets. It has some pretty decent DPS. But let's go ahead and look over it. Now, just to state the facts about my skills and required skills to fly this, you are going to be tech level 10, so your skills are going to be pretty high. I am going to have micro warp drive 555 and of course frigate command all the way to expert 555 for that extra velocity. But let's go ahead and look at the required skills for this interceptor. It gets a warp, disrupt field immunity, so you cannot get stuck in bubbles. Now the difference between the Interceptor 1 and the Interceptor 2, it goes from 3% disruptor and scram to 6% optimal range, which is actually huge for scrams and for disruptors. Negative 15% warp drive penalty, and they get added DPS for your small missile torpedoes. Now their base flight velocity is slightly increased, not by much. The capacitor, the power grid's only increased by 3 or 4. Everything has been slightly increased on this. Shield resistances are about the same. Now the added speed definitely does help, 100%, once you start getting rigs and all types of nano cores, whatever you have it, you name it. Every little bit helps, but the thing that changes everything about how you fly an interceptor is the 6% warp scrambler optimal range. Now we'll get into that in just a second, but how I have her fit, I got the most expensive missiles that I can fit on here, which is just C-types. It is important to have a C-type micro warp drive, but the difference between a Mark 9 and a C-type is barely different at all. You get like a 5 or 10% velocity decrease there. But I would recommend a C-type micro warp drive, and then these two slots can be changed. Now for just passive, well not passive, active shield boost amount at 109 there. If you do get a few hits, you can boost yourself back up. Really, if you get webbed or completely neuted, you're pretty much dead anyways. You don't want to get scrammed in this thing, and you are going to be flying this thing right on the edge of people's disrupt range, so it is pretty dangerous. You got to get their orbit quick. If they have you locked and are beaming towards you, you do not want to try to go for a scram, because you will get webbed and scrammed and killed. Now these interceptors pair extremely nice with daredevils because they can web their prey at least 20 kilometers, and you can scram them at 17.88 kilometers. That is almost 3 or 4 more kilometers than anybody else. So my tablet is dying. Let's plug this in. But that is absolutely crazy. Now you want to set your orbit to like 14 or 15, and you will shoot off kind of in the vicinity of that. This will shoot or turn off their micro warp drive, so they will not be able to catch you. If they are fast enough with a afterburner, there is a small chance they can slingshot you, but if you do have a web or somebody webbing them, they have no chance of catching you. You can do 2 scrams if you have some sort of long-range tackle with you, or another interceptor with long-range tackle. But if you are solo PvPing, I would recommend 1 disruptor at 39 kilometer range, 6 less than a daredevil, 1 scram, so you can shut their micro warp drive off, and then I don't have my Explorer Mark 9 resonance scanner, but with 554 skills, I have a 143 by 216. So I can scan pretty much, I think most cruisers. I think I'm going to need to get my better explorer in there so I can tackle cruisers without alerting them. But this is going to suffice for now. It's just to bring out and test her out. Now, our power grid is pretty low on this. We are at 63, so fitting modules are definitely going to be tough. Dual propping this is not an option, unfortunately, with this build. You can dual prop, but you have to move your modules down quite a bit. Now, the other recommendation, other than this C-type ballistic, because each time you pop this, you get a pretty hefty DPS boost for 20 seconds, but it chews through your cap. It chews it at 25% of your cap per use. And if there's a NOS or a newt or anything on there, you're going to be screwed. And if your cap gets too low while a NOS is sucking you down, you won't be able to activate your shield booster if you're taking a little bit of damage. So potentially, if you can kill somebody fast enough, the C-type's good. If you're looking to take out larger prey, I might go with a C-type cap battery there. This might save your life. It might be able to activate and keep your micro warp drive and your disruptors going. It will just keep you in the fight longer. We lose 25 DPS and I think another 25 when active, so that's your call what you want to fit there. This is kind of like the variety slot. You can do really whatever you want there. But you have to realize Scrams use quite a bit more cap as well. 7 activation cost and 7... Well, I thought they used more than disruptors, but they are exactly the same. Activation cost 10 seconds, 5 seconds. So disruptors use quite a bit more cap. Take that back. Now, rig-wise, I kind of ran out of money. I would typically do tier 3 rigs, but I did a tier 2 damage, a tier 2 activation, and a flight velocity adjustment. So this shoots the missiles just a little bit faster and gives it a 21.5 kilometer range. So if you're scramming somebody, you will hit pretty much every single shot you do. Now for the low slot, the velocity is 100% required. You do want to go at least anywhere from 4,000 to 5,000 kilometers a second. And remember, all my skills are 555 for anything related to frigates, and I will get even faster with my next skill up on my micro warp drive. But I did 2 tier 3 velocities, which is breaking the bank, but you can do 3 tier 1s potentially, especially if you're flying with the fleet. 3 tier 1s will work just fine. I did a 15% inertia modifier. If you get a tier 3, it will help you keep your orbit longer, or keep your orbit better. So if they have an afterburner, they won't be able to slingshot you as easily. But I have my auto orbit set at 15 kilometers, so let's just undock and see what this baby can do speed-wise.
Undocking.
Alright, so let's just orbit this pod here, fire her off. Now this thing is extremely zippy, so it went 4 kilometers off, so it's extremely good for slingshotting or not getting slingshotted, and it keeps its orbit comfortably at 16 kilometers. That is well within our scram range at 17. So that's pretty nice. Now our base velocity, I know you guys all get mad at me when I go into the fitting page. We are going 5,029 meters a second. You can tank a majority of drone boats with this. You do not want to attack prophecies or Vexor snipers because their drones will absolutely shred you. You might want to keep range on them and take out their drones or something, but they will eat you alive if their drones get on top of you, so definitely be careful. Things like stabbers and fast-moving ships that have webs and scrams typically equipped. You need to make sure you get the jump on them first. You do not want to be balling towards a stabber that is locking you, because they will pretty much insta-lock you too, and you won't be able to get your orbit in time. This is mainly for just getting your orbit. Once you warp in, you scan them, you warp into the anomaly, you immediately just want to hit orbit now, hit your micro warp drive. If you can get that 16-kilometer orbit, you're pretty much safe, but just be really careful because this is an expensive build, depending how you guys build it. You can go a little bit cheaper, but yeah. So let's go ahead and dock. Alright, so the Condor is the best DPS ship out of all of them. The Slasher is the fastest, but this is 100% application of your DPS as long as you're within range, especially going 5,000 meters a second. Most of those long-range strike, rifled railguns, beam lasers, they aren't going to be hitting at full capacity going that fast. That's what makes the Condor Interceptor the best for solo PvP, because you do the most damage at a pretty reasonable speed. But if you guys have any questions about my build, definitely ask that in the comments below. Now if we see here, before I do this, I have to unequip my battery and I can do my second scram there. But my power grid, I only have 5 power grid slots left. I can't even fit a Mark III cap battery on there. So potentially doing a damage control in this slot and your C-type cap battery might be a good fit as well. Or you could do that damage control and a C-type ballistic, but your cap will get chewed alive. If they have a Nosferatu and you cap them out, they will cap you out as well. But yeah, enough rambling. Hopefully you guys got enough information out of there. I have a few clips of me taking this out for some solo PvP. I got a couple juicy kills, so yeah, stay tuned. Alright, here we go. Let's put this Condor to the test. 1 signal wave in an anomaly, it looks like. Caracal. Okay, remember we have a 39 disruptor range and a 15 scram. That's a total of 6 points. We can get on somebody pretty darn quick. Let's hopefully get within range at 39. Okay, let's get in there. Got him scrammed. Okay, there we go. 2,500 volleys with our ballistic on. We're going 48, 4,900 comfortably. Whew. Completely shredding this Caracal. Now his missiles can't even hit. He's on either rapids or torpedoes, and I think these might be medium rapids and he can't hit us. Woof. There we go. And he warped off. Let's go ahead and check our kill mail out. Not too bad. 21 mil. He was on medium rapids and he could not touch us, so that is a good sign. Working exactly as I was intending it to. 5 scramble strength, so he had a warp core optimizer 1, which will absolutely do nothing for you, my friend, but that's alright. Okay, I think we have somebody ratting here. Let's see if we can snag him. Okay, Cyclone, I will take it. Gotta be quick. They see us in the system. Oof. Yeah, there's nothing in the distance over there. what they're doing. Oop, I got them. Maybe they're AFK. Okay, so we got our orbit set and our scram on, so he can't move. Now we have to watch out. If he newts us, we have to immediately just dip. Okay, energy being absorbed. I think we should be good. He is all shields, so we are doing some pretty good DPS to him. Now we are going 5,000 meters a second, so we should not need to kill his drone. Looks like he's large missiles. No? Shooting a little bit faster than... Honestly, I have no idea. We'll have to see once we kill him. Our cap is doing fairly well, 60%. These scrams do chew through quite a bit of cap, so running 2 of them, typically I'd recommend a cap battery, but this guy's pretty much toast. Comfortably orbiting at 16. I should not go out of that range, especially with my inertia module, or my inertia rig I have on there. Now he is going to cap himself out soon and start eating our capacitor alive. So it's our choice if we want to pop our ballistic control. Oof. That chewed 25% of our cap. That may have not been a good idea, but this will help us chew through his shields and hopefully cap himself out. Ooh, a little bit of lag. Must have an afterburner. He's trying to slingshot me or something. Yep, we're recharging our cap comfortably. We should be good. Oh, hi. Hey there. Actually chewing through him pretty good. This has a lot better DPS than my missile slasher and my missile daredevil. I'm not PvP equipped. Guess you got me slipping, friend. Well, he's about to cap me out, so that's not good. Hopefully we can kill him before then. Yeesh. Down to 15% cap, that's no good. Whew. 17, nope. Holy smokes, he's gonna cap me out. Nope, he popped his cap battery, so it probably isn't going to drain anything. Take a bribe. Well, let's see if he caps me out here. Uh-oh. Yeah. We gotta kill him, come on. Gotta make sure our disruption's on him. Turn that back off. It's getting pretty risky. I could have used that cap battery right now. That ballistic control isn't really helping. Okay, We are keeping above water here. This is really risky because if he catches a web on us, we are toast. Okay, he probably got his cap battery back up. Turn that back off. Jeez, I'm barely just hanging on here by a thread. Gotta take him out soon. Holy smokes, that was tough. That cap battery definitely would have improved this fight a little bit. I think he just stopped shooting me in general. Ooh, there he goes. Good fight, my friend. Good fight. Let's check out our kill mail real quick. Ooh, 926 mil. Good fight. Ooh, a Cyclone Thermo. He had some combat banks on him. I will take it. Well guys, that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you can get out there and start building these tech level 10 interceptors. By far, I think the Condor has the best DPS out of all of them. Now, when you're going this fast, 5,000 meters a second or more, if you have strike cannons, they're not hitting. If you have beam lasers, they're not hitting at full application. Even rifled railguns, you actually have to slow down quite a bit to get them to apply full damage. So when this thing says 323 DPS, it means it. It does apply every single hit, about 24 to 2500. A lot of ships have resistances. So if you're going out there to try some solo content, I would recommend the Condor just because the DPS is substantially higher. The Condor is one of the slowest interceptors out of all of them. But if you're going out to try some solo content, I definitely would not recommend fighting drone boats unless you can get your speed up to where mine is, at least 5,000 or more. Do not fight prophecies and do not fight Vexor snipers because they will absolutely shred you with the drones and you typically can't even get away in time. But overall, this thing is pretty cool. It's fun to fly and you can actually solo with it. I am getting a nanocore, like I probably said at the beginning. I'm gonna try the veteran one for the added DPS, but a lot of these cores don't. Turret, railgun, missiles. So Condor Garista recruit core is what I'm trying for, just for that added DPS. The one thing I was saying earlier, it's lacking the velocity on the nano core, so you can't get it as fast as I would like, which is kind of a bummer, and hopefully they change that. If you see our cap in our fight earlier, it was pretty much depleted, and I know this ballistic control system's cool. It adds a little bit of DPS, but it chews through your capacitor, especially paired with a scram. It kind of hurts. So you have one of few options. You could stick a damage control down here for the oh crap moments and try to get away, to say the least. But what I would recommend is the best small cap battery you can buy. I would pop that on there because DPS will get you a kill faster, but if you run out of cap, you can either die or lose your kills. So I think, you know, sticking it out a little bit longer in a fight with a cap battery is definitely gonna improve your odds of killing people. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Let me know in the comments what interceptor you're gonna be flying once you hit tech level 10. My favorite is still the Slasher due to its intense speeds and inertia and stuff. But yeah, this is gonna be my solo interceptor from here on out when I'm doing solo content. But alright guys, I will see you on the next one. Peace.